the little preview at the beginning of the YouTube clip where somebody goes, and that's why I will never cut. And then you got to watch the theme song, and then you got to watch the whole discussion. And then you got to come up with a headline that makes everybody angry so that they will watch.
Welcome to the Media Nerds Podcast. I'm Dan Vedemacher.
And I'm Kenton Larson.
Kenton, one of our podcast clips is going viral a little bit on TikTok, thanks to you and your call for a special edition of The Force Awakens.
Yes, and where in fact, Leia doesn't diss Chewie after Han Solo dies and run up to Rey and be worried about Rey's feelings in this case. I want that fixed. Where Leia runs up to Chewie.
Yeah.
And gives Chewie the hug.
So this is what I did. I took that clip of you saying that. It's a very short clip, and then I kind of laid the visuals on top of Leia dissing Chewie and walking and hugging Rey, and then it cuts to you. And that clip it's got about 13,000 views at this point. And it is rage bait. It's like, it's you angry about the Star Wars sequel moments, and then we have people jumping in. Now we've got people jumping in with like, no, it was Leia flying through the air was their moment. They said that, like, I put the subtitle on this is worst Star Wars sequel scene, and people took that as an invitation to give me their worst Star Wars sequel scene. So that's a big popular thing. And a lot of people are pointing out that Leia hadn't even met Rey at this point. Like, this is their first time meeting in person, so why would they hug?
I know I left the comments saying, I totally agree with that guy. Oh, yeah, that's me I was agreeing with. Whoever that guy is, I agree.
Siegfried says, I'm relieved that the sequels were so bad because people stopped hating on the prequels. That's actually a pretty good comment, right? Oh, Milky Milk says, I seen the first movie when it came out in 1977, and I was good. Well, I just, there you go. That's the kind you made it when you start getting comments like that, Kenton. I actually take it as a point of pride when I start getting nasty comments and people start being trolly about it, because that means it's doing well.
Well, that's funny, but I think if your username is Milky Milk, you made two decisions in your life. One was you're not going to see Star Wars after the first one. The second decision in your life you made was Milky Milk is the name of my account. That's perfect. That sort of summarizes everything that I want this account to be.
Hey, speaking of usernames, one more, and then we'll move on to the topic. We're talking about the Oscars today, by the way, everybody. Hang in there. We're talking about the Oscars. Listen, this one's from MILF Hunter Pro.
Oh, God.
MILF Hunter Pro says, I feel like all of The Last Jedi could have honestly been a good movie if the characters just had a conversation. But no, we get the slop of two stupid characters doing stupid things for 2.5 hours. Yes, because they did that chase scene, and they didn't nobody told Poe what was going on. And that was, and I just replied and said, there are parts of that movie that I honestly love. The Last Jedi, I love that opening. I think it's a great opening. Yeah. And there are some parts that are great. And the ending was great too. But that middle part where it gets around.
I even think the ending could have blown people away if we weren't then treated to the Luke Skywalker collapsing on a rock.
Right.
Like they're, and especially, as I said, that like search for Spock, they find Spock. Rise of Skywalker. He's coming back. Oh no, he's not. We're just gonna call Rey Skywalker. That is just like, talk about rage bait. Like that. That is the title of the film makes me angry.
Thank you for providing next week's promo clip, Kenton. All right.
Was I squinting this time? Then it'll be perfect.
Okay, so we're talking about the Oscars. The Oscar nominations were yesterday. 2026 Oscar nominations. I've got the CBC piece here. Sinners breaks Academy Awards record with 16 nods. That's pretty good for Sinners, hey?
It's got the record. And that's one of the two that I've seen.
Me too. Yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
This says it broke the record set by All About Eve, Titanic, and La La Land. I didn't realize law. That makes this all much less important when it includes the La La Land in that. Uh, but
I liked La La Land, but I mean, nobody's going like Citizen Kane, Casablanca, La La Land. Like, nobody's doing that.
Sinners is one of the big nominees. One Battle After Another has quite a few nominations as well. And then a Norwegian film called Sentimental Value, which I've never heard of.
But that's with Stellan Skarsgård.
Oh, okay. Well,
And he won the Golden Globe for that film. Like, he's spoiled like all the other ones who were favored to win. So, and he might do the same thing again. But I thought that, and that's good that he got that. But what about his performance in Andor? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a TV show, right? So the Oscars don't cover TV shows. So, but
no, the Golden Globes do though.
Oh yes, you're right. You're right. This article also talks about a new category. They have their first new category in like 25 years. Yeah, Kenton's rolling his eyes because what is it, Kenton?
Casting.
Excellence in casting. I mean, come on. Are they trying to like? I don't know what they're trying to do with that.
Well, it's like, who's got my collection of favorite actors? Like, who cares? What big deal? Like, wow, you did a screen test with a bunch of actors, and then you chose ones based on who delivered the performance best.
Okay, let's go through the nominees here. We'll go just start with Best Picture. Of course, there are 10 nominees. I still hate this, by the way. I think this is the stupidest thing. This was
too many
nominees, and it lessens the importance of it because I probably will see all of these, but I don't want to when I see all the names lined up like this. But the nominees are for Best Picture: Begonia, F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Sinners, and Train Dreams. I've seen two of those. Is that the same two you've seen?
Yeah, probably. I've seen Sinners and One Battle After Another.
Oh, okay, I haven't seen that one yet. I saw Sinners and Frankenstein. That's the Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, which I hated. I couldn't stand it, and it's shocking to me that it's nominated for Best Picture. It's just shocking that this is not a good movie.
I don't want to see it. That's one where I've seen enough clips already. I'm like, and plus, how many times do we need that story? How many times? What's that?
No kidding. It's just like
it's
remake of a remake, and they got a big name director to do it. But it's weird. This is, again, if we only had 5, Frankenstein wouldn't be on this list. If we narrowed this down to 5, it would probably be Begonia, One Battle After Another, Sinners, Sentimental Value, and Marty Supreme. I bet you that would be our 5, right? Because those are the ones I think that are the highest profile. Hamnet, I've heard good things about Hamnet. A friend of mine saw it, but I've not seen that one yet.
Sorry, although it's depressing as hell, everybody says. So that's like always
so that's never great.
Yeah, and then that's always a barrier to entry when something's super depressing. Though I sure it is a good movie, it just seems like, oh, I want to put myself through that. And then The Secret Agent, I've heard good things about too. I've since the Golden Globes, I keep hearing about The Secret Agent. So I think that one's got a little momentum behind it, but I think I know where this is going. This one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We'll make some initial predictions, and then closer to the Oscars, we'll actually make our picks, right?
Right.
We'll make our picks. Yeah, I think that. I mean, I would love to see Sinners win. I think that obviously it's a vampire movie, it's a horror movie. I love that genre films are getting. I think Weapons has also got some nominations here as well. Yeah. So like, there's some genre films that are doing, just because there's good directors making those kinds of movies is what's happening, and they're also because those movies do well in theaters. Like generally, horror movies, the teenagers will go see those still, for the most part, and make it a horrible experience for everybody else. But yeah, how was One Battle After Another? Was that
I think it's a shoe-in to win.
Really?
I think for a number of reasons. But I think it's and you know what? I'm gonna say I liked Sinners. I thought it was a good horror movie. Do I think it's gonna win Best Picture? Probably not. But One Battle After Another, once again, it's not my favorite Paul Thomas Anderson film by a long shot. However, I think the pieces of the film come together in a satisfying way, and in a way that I think that usually wins Oscars.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll say without giving away anything. Yeah, I don't want to give away anything,
I could
but
probably imagine what you're talking about. Yeah.
I just have the cinematography. You know what I mean. Like it's kind of got all of the winning stuff shows up in that film.
What is your favorite Paul Thomas Anderson movie?
Oh, there's so many great ones. You know what, Paul Thomas Anderson. I saw the movie Phantom Thread with
Oh,
Daniel Day-Lewis, and I thought I do not want to see this. I am not interested in this. This is going to be so boring. And it's like, did you know that he became a seamstress in order to make this film with that kind of stuff? And you're like, oh no, oh no. And I went to see it, and I loved it. It's like I was like, what a fascinating character study. So that like a film like that is so unpromising that blows you away. This didn't do that for me.
hmm.
But I remember seeing Magnolia. I went to see Magnolia in the theater 3 times, I think. And there's weirdo stuff in there, but man, do I get enjoyment out of that film. Boogie Nights. How about Boogie Nights?
Oh, Boogie Nights is great. Do I have Magnolia? I don't. I actually own Magnolia. I
Oh,
love that movie.
I think I actually have that on DVD.
Tom
Like,
Cruise is still a good actor, right?
yeah, right. Well, that was him playing, like, in a way he was playing two type, and in a way he's playing against it. But man, like, so I generally like his films. I did not care for Punch Drunk Love, even though people love Punch Drunk. They love it. They can't stop talking about how Adam Sandler's a genius in that, and I didn't see it. I mean, I saw it. I saw the film, but I didn't see the
It's
genius.
the genius of Adam Sandler. All right.
No, I did not.
Okay, well, yeah. So you think One Battle after Another is going to be the winner?
I
Let's just
think,
go this category by category. I'm going to say right now, I'll say Sinners is my hopeful favorite to win,
yeah.
but we'll see. Maybe I'll change my mind after seeing more of these. Okay, actor in a leading role, we have Timothée Chalamet and Marty Supreme, which my daughter wants to see, so I'll probably take Shannon to see that next week. Leonardo DiCaprio in One Battle After Another, Ethan Hawke in Blue Moon, Michael B. Jordan in Sinners. Can he be nominated twice because he plays two people? And then Wagner Moura in The Secret Agent. I don't know who that is.
Once again, I think DiCaprio has it with the potential of Chalamet surprising us. However, like Chalamet got it for the Golden Globes. I don't think so. I just don't see it happening for the Oscar, but maybe it will.
I think it'd be Michael B. Jordan. I think they got to give something to Sinners. If Sinners doesn't win Best Picture, it's got to get an acting award or something. Like, I think they really want to make it's an important movie and they want to celebrate it because of what it represents. It's like Black Panther in that way, right? That it tells, like, it brings people together and it tells an important part of in this specifically in um, this period of American history when Black people were treated this way. I don't know. It's a really well told story.
I think the setting of the film is fantastic. The blues element of the film is fantastic. Like it's like the Robert Johnson devil story, pretty much reframed for the film, and so that's all great. I think in the end, though, it's vampires flying around, and they're gonna go, well, like
All right.
I think that's the part where I just think I don't know, like it's so hard for a horror movie to win Oscars, and like it's happened, Silence of the Lambs,
Yeah.
but it it's rare.
Hmm.
So maybe.
Okay. It's a solid maybe from Kenton. Okay.
Maybe.
Performance by an actress in a leading role. We have Jessie Buckley for Hamnet, Rose Byrne in If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, Kate Hudson for Song Sung Blue. Really? Because that movie looks so lame for some reason.
Yes, it does.
Renate Reinsve for Sentimental Value and Emma Stone for Begonia. I've not seen any of these movies, but I hear the performance in Hamnet is very good. That's what my friend told me, is that she in particular is excellent in this film. So I'll have to guess that one.
I think I think Rose Byrne won the Golden
Oh,
Globe.
okay. What's that movie about?
I love the title. If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. That's a great title. Makes me interested in what the subject is, but I don't know. I do not know what that movie is about, I have to say. Other than, once again, I've heard good things about it. Sentimental Value is the one with Stellan Skarsgård.
He's not
And
nominated. Or he might be in supporting.
Yeah, I think it's
It is
supporting.
supporting. You're right.
Yeah, yeah. It's where he has a better chance of winning, actually. But
Yeah.
um, like Kate Hudson, Song Sung Blue. I don't come on. If she wins the Oscar, it's because it's like, oh, she's Goldie Hawn's daughter. Oh, they're an
Yeah.
acting family. Hooray, huzzah! But I can't. Like, how good can the acting be in a movie about a Neil Diamond covers band?
All right, and it
I
takes
don't get it.
place in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. They did a premiere for that film in Milwaukee, and I saw one of my YouTubers I follow did an interview with Hugh Jackman because he was there. It was funny. It does not appeal to me. It does not. I like Neil Diamond. I love Neil. I thought it was a movie about Neil Diamond. I'm like, I would go see a movie about
Yeah,
Neil Diamond.
me
No,
too.
it's
That's what I thought it was too. And I was like, you got the guy who can sing it. You got like, this is going to be great.
yeah.
He's Neil Diamond is still with us despite having some illness, and like you could end the movie with real Neil Diamond. Oh, this will be great. No.
Oh well. All right. Well, and so we'll see. Emma Stone, of course, she's always very good, and
Yeah, she is.
I don't have a favorite. Like if there's any surprise, it could be her. I've not seen that Begonia movie though. That's the same guy she did the Poor Things with. I think that's her husband now.
Oh, okay. But well, I thought she was amazing in Poor Things. I am just gonna say I think it's gonna be Rose Byrne, though I don't know the film, but on the basis of Golden Globe and looking at who she's competing with. But though I do think Emma Stone could do it too.
Actress in a supporting role: Elle Fanning for Sentimental Value, Inga Ipsdotter Lilius for Sentimental Value. So two people from the same movie.
Or they're gonna cancel each other out.
Probably Amy Madigan from Weapons, and she's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
I remember her from some stuff like Field of Dreams. Winnie Masaku from Sinners, and Tiana Taylor, One Battle After Another.
Tiana Taylor's gonna take this one and handedly, I think. I think Amy Madigan in Weapons has a showy role, but once again, I think how much of it was the makeup in Weapons, and I don't know. I don't know.
This
So,
looks
by the way, we're probably not going to talk about best makeup award, but I will say there is a bunch of actors who have long noses this year, Dan. So it's going to be harder to choose best makeup.
oh no, who's
Yeah.
blowing noses this year?
Well, I think Amy Madigan has a fake nose, so it could go to Weapons.
Uh,
I was I
no,
was going.
with not, they don't have makeup on this list.
No, it's usually whoever has the longest fake nose wins. So yeah, I think Tiana Taylor's got it. And how about you? Same thing?
Or yeah, I mean, sure. I don't. Again, I haven't seen. I reserve my judgment for
Yeah.
when I actually see these movies. I've only seen Sinners. I don't remember. I assume that's the main actress who was in that. She was fine. Like I don't remember much about other than Michael B. Jordan. I don't remember much else about that movie.
It's
Um,
hard to you can't talk about Amy Madigan's performance without revealing a big spoiler from
oh,
Weapons. So we won't.
is it like Nicolas Cage in that Long Legs movie? Is it that kind of prosthetics that we're talking? Did you see that one?
Yeah.
Oh, so bad.
But that'll win. That'll win you an Oscar.
All right, and then this is the one that kills me. Okay, actor in a supporting role:
Yeah.
Benicio del Toro, One Battle After Another.
Mm.
Jacob Elordi for Frankenstein. Really? The guy who played the monster is going to get a nomination? Give me a break. Delroy Lindo for Sinners. He's always good.
Yeah, very good.
Sean Penn, One Battle After Another. Well, he canceled out Benicio. And then Stellan Skarsgård, Sentimental Value. I assume that's who you think is going to win.
I do. I think Delroy Lindo could come through on this one. It's possible. Normally, I would go if Benicio wasn't there, I'd go straight to Sean Penn.
Yeah.
But I think that's a problem having those two in the same category.
But can they not find more movies to nominate people from? It always seems so like insular when they're saying they pick the exact same movies for all of these and multiple people from each of these movies. Can they not just find 5 different roles and 5 different films to nominate here? It seems weird.
Sean Penn is in that movie way more than Benicio is. So it's hurting Sean Penn, I think, to have Benicio in there.
I think Stellan Skarsgård will have a bit of a sympathy factor. He's been battling he can't memorize things anymore, apparently. He has a brain, something wrong with his brain. It's a degenerative disorder. and he's not able to memorize. I saw this thing of him, like he's working on the Dune movies. Of course, he's like the Baron Conan in the big freaking suit that he does, and he's got a radio of somebody dictating his lines, and he just repeats what he hears in the moment. Like he says his lines and he acts, but he doesn't really can't memorize his lines because he's not able to do it in his mind.
I had
So
no idea.
that's I think that'll affect it too. He'll get sympathy vote for that. And I mean he still deserves it. I don't think he's ever won an Oscar, has he?
No, but I think I don't even know that I wouldn't call it a sympathy vote, but I would call it like it's an overdue Oscar.
Yeah,
You know, and I think he got the Golden Globe. But the Golden Globe, once again, like supporting role versus lead role, it's just all over the place. You're just like you could be supporting in one and lead in the other.
I mean, according to the Golden Globes, One Battle After Another is a comedy, right? Is that how they frame that?
No, I don't think they did.
No, they
But
did.
did
Or was Hamnet? One of them, Hamnet won, brought
no.
One Battle After Another, one Best Comedy. Yes, I believe that.
No, it's musical or comedy. That's the problem.
I know, but they have this weird category thing where they have to give Best Picture to two different movies, and they don't want to pick one. Anyway, okay, achievement in directing. So this is directing. Often, not always. Actually, I would say not as much as it used to. Goes to the same as Best Picture. Sometimes I think since they've introduced the 10 nominees, that has changed quite a bit. But we have Chloe Zhao for Hamnet. Coming from off of didn't she direct some Andor? I think some Andor and
really?
I think she did some Andor and Mandalorian episodes, I believe. Back
I did
early seasons.
I'm not familiar with that, but
Josh Safdie for Marty Supreme, Paul Thomas Anderson, One Battle After Another, Joaquin Trier for Sentimental Value, and Ryan Coogler for Sinners. What do you think?
I think Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's pretty. They were so excited that he made him. And people are so excited about this movie because they're like, it's old Hollywood against. It's like it's an auteur director doing what he does, right? And there's not many of them left in this way. Like there's him. I keep hearing a question people asking, what's your favorite Spielberg movie and what's your favorite what's his name Nolan movie, Christopher Nolan, because those two guys like. Yeah, those are your auteur directors. I mean, Tarantino is still around, but apparently he's only making one more movie. He says this whole thing about making 10 movies, whatever that means. So there's not a lot of guys like doing this on a regular basis. So yeah, it's a big deal when one of them makes a movie. They're promoting the hell out of this. I have no interest in seeing it in the theater, so I will rent it. I guess it's probably available for me right now. I will see it at some point. But yeah, I do think he would win Best Director. It seems, so you'll think he'll do both Best Director and Best Picture. Basically, is what you're saying.
I think at this moment in time, that's the way I would go.
Okay. Oh, feature film, animated feature film. I haven't seen any of these. Okay.
Well, Elio is a Pixar.
Yeah, Ellie. I heard that wasn't that good.
I heard that, but K-pop Demon Hunters won the Golden
Oh,
Globe.
that's gonna win for sure, right?
Yes.
That's a huge hit, right?
Surprise hit.
It's not about the quality of the film; it's about how big of a hit and how big of an impact it makes. And that is why it's going to win that for sure.
Yeah.
I'll like Zootopia 2. Come on, who cares about Zootopia 2? That's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, ridiculous. I think that's predictable. We might do well with our predictions this year.
See how it goes.
I think we will.
Adapted screenplay: Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, Train Dreams. What is Train Dreams about?
That is the guy who plays young Owen Lars on Star Wars. I can't think of his name.
Oh, so I just watched him in that Dark Matter show.
Yeah, he is very good. I just can't think of his name. He's a great actor.
Such a boring show. Oh my god, the show
is it?
It was and it was a very cool concept. What is his name again? Josh or something? I don't know.
I cannot remember his name, but I like him. I like him as an actor.
Oh wait, is that the Western? He's a Western, and it's an old train, like it's a Netflix movie, I think.
Right. That's right.
Oh yes, I know what you're talking about. Yes, I've seen this. I've seen it. I've not watched it yet, but I like watching it. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that movie, that Dark Matter show, it has him and Jennifer Connelly, and it's about like going to different. It's like a multiverse kind of show, which was already done to death when Marvel was doing it. But it's got a really cool idea, but it was just like there's nothing happens. It's so boring when it actually plays out. So adapted screenplay. I don't know. What do you think? I don't know.
Probably one battle.
Maybe, yeah. Is that a book? Was it a book first?
I don't know. I assume it must have been.
Okay. And then so original screenplay, this is where they give the you always say it's like the consolation prize for who doesn't win best picture.
Sinners.
We have, yeah, Sinners, right? You're right. It's
Yep.
got Sinners, Sentimental Value, Marty Supreme. It was just an accident, and Blue Moon. So I think you're right. Sinners might take that. That seems logical.
Sinners, maybe Marty Supreme. Maybe. Could go either one.
I'll report back on Marty Supreme. I'm gonna go see that next week. I'm excited about seeing that.
All right.
International feature film, The Secret Agent. It was just an accident. Sentimental Value, Sarat, and the voice of Hind Rajab. Sentimental Value is an international film, but it's nominated for all the other awards. It's like Parasite was a couple years ago. So I think it'll probably take this for sure. It won't win Best Picture, but it will win Best International Picture, right? Because it's an international picture.
Well, but also, so Secret Agent, it was just an accident, and Sentimental Value are all coming up as in other categories besides this category. So I don't know. This is a tough one. I need to think about this one. Don't know at this point.
And really watching the movies will help too.
Yeah.
Watch the movies and we'll be able to talk.
Sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. Like if you're just trying to gauge which way the wind is blowing, you might not need to watch it to be able to do that.
Okay, this is documentary, which is one of your favorite categories. I know you love the documentaries.
I have seen one of these.
Okay.
And that's the first one, the Alabama Solution.
Okay.
And it's amazing.
Okay, great.
It's a great HBO documentary. I loved it. But there was another one on PBS that is not nominated that I loved too.
I've seen one of these actually. So the Alabama Solution, Come See Me in the Good Light, Cutting Through the Rocks, Mr. Nobody Against Putin. That sounds kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Let's do that. I have seen The Perfect Neighbor. That's on Netflix. That is good too. It's an interesting documentary about it. As somebody who has a crazy neighbor, I can appreciate having a great, like, that's what this is about. It's about a woman who really is off the rails and just terrorizing her neighborhood. But she claims to be a perfect neighbor, of course. And the whole documentary is told through body cam footage from the police showing up to her door all the time. She calls them, the entire thing. And it's really well done. No narration, no nothing. It's just this whole thing plays out. So you can see the entire documentary play out as it's really crazy. And I think it shows like how broken America is in a lot of ways. The way like this, I'm sure this is a very common thing, and I'm sure like it's just a great film. What's the Alabama Solution about?
It is it's a story about prison inmates in Alabama who and just like the mistreatment of prison inmates. And the mistreatment of the prison inmates is it's multifaceted. So it's a tough watch, but when you're done watching it, you're like, holy crap, like these documentarians like risked their own lives pretty much to put this documentary together. And like, I don't want to give it away, but because it is on HBO and people can on Crave and people can see it. Yeah. There's prisoners who have access to cell phones inside the prison who make them videos. And so it's like they're reporting, they're outside the prison, but the documentarians get video from inside the prison.
Oh, wow.
So it's very like, it's one of those that you watch and you go, I don't know that I could have done this, like what they did with this thing. I don't think I could have done it because it's just required a lot to be able to make it.
We do have achievement in makeup and hairstyling, so that is best knows. And so the nominees.
Yeah, do you see what I mean? Do you see the title?
The nominees are Frankenstein, Kokuho. I don't know what that is. Sinners, The Smashing Machine, and The Ugly Stepsister.
The Ugly Stepsister has a nose.
Amy Madigan didn't get nominated for rep. What's The Smashing? Oh, that's The Rock. The Rock has a funny nose in that.
He does.
Yes.
So there's 2 noses, and then Frankenstein. That's 3 noses.
Yeah, okay.
The Sinners probably has some noses with the vampires.
Well, Sinners got the makeup because they probably have the gore and those kind of things, right? That's probably part of that. And also the styling of the time. Like the period piece movies usually do well in those as well. So I would say probably Sinners would win. I would say that's a good guess.
I'm not gonna say yet. I gotta look up each one of these and see which film has the longest prosthetic
Gross.
nose, and then we'll know. That is literally who I will choose because it usually pans out that way.
All right. Musical original score. Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamlet, One Melon After Another, Sinners. Am I like, do I have a stutter? I'm just repeating myself. It's the same five movies. And I couldn't think of any of the music from any of these, so I'm
You
sure
know,
they're all
one battle after another. I think the music is done. I think it's is it. Ah, I always get my Radiohead members mixed up, but I think it's Johnny Greenwood from Radiohead, and it's a weird soundtrack that calls attention to itself, and I think that's probably, but it works in the context of the film, so I'm gonna guess that that's the one that's gonna win.
sounds good. And then finally, Kenton, here it is, the brand new category, achievement in casting. And the thing is, they just put the movie. So is that like the entire movie was cast well? Like, what are you judging here in terms of this? Here are the movies. Again, it's the same five movies. Oh, not really. Begonia didn't make the cut this time. It was Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, and Sinners. So what is the criteria that goes into casting for these films?
I'm gonna say it's the film with the biggest collection of actors you like, or it is the biggest actors, the biggest name actors together in the same film, which would give it to One Battle After Another for Sean Penn and DiCaprio. If it's the collection of actors that we like the most, then Sinners might take it.
No, I think that both of those are One Battle After Another. I think the actors we like are One Battle After Another. It's DiCaprio, it's Sean Penn, it's Benicio del Toro. These guys are all really good actors, and they always.
Oh, maybe. Hey, I think
That's it. Sinners is Michael B. Jordan. That's it. And Delroy Lindo. I couldn't think of any of
yeah,
the big name actors in that. Like it's
true.
a movie. Um, so yeah, I would say One Battle After. It's gonna get it, but it's funny because it's just like at this point when you're Paul Thomas Anderson, it's like who do I see in this role? Leonardo. Call of Leo. Leo, can you do a movie? All right, and then they're done. They cast him. Like how much work goes into casting this movie? It's fucking stupid. It's dumb. It's a dumb category, you know. Sorry, I'm swearing again. I get worked up when I think about this.
There's we were gonna stop after that, but I think we should also just for because I can't believe this achievement in costume design and
Okay.
Avatar.
I didn't want to bring it up again,
We
Ken. I was trying to avoid this.
we put costumes on a CGI character, and that's costume design.
Well, that's I guess part like I'm honestly surprised that we don't have a digital performance category at this point. Like
Yeah.
it were something like Gollum or something like um even Frank. I thought Frankenstein was CGI. Honestly, the whole movie is really bad for CGI, and so he didn't look very real most of the time. Um, but yeah, Avatar, that entire thing is CGI. None of that is real. It's all dots on a person's face. So who designed that? Who's the costume designer for that one?
Yeah, how long did they spend sewing those costumes together?
And I think again, Hamlet, Marty Supreme, and Sinners are all period pieces. So again, that's going to go to like accuracy for the suits they're wearing and stuff like that. But I would think probably they're going to want to give something to Avatar. There's also special effects awards that aren't in here. Oh yeah, there is. There's some more down here. I don't want to get into all this stuff. We'll do a full thing later. Um, although I think the K-pop Demon Hunters is probably going to get the best original song.
Yeah, but there's other stuff like we don't know short films yet,
No.
and sometimes if they're available free online, I will watch them before the Oscars. Like sometimes it's not possible, you can't find the film, but other times it is.
Okay, so Avatar was nominated for visual effects, which is like the one it should win probably, but that's it. There's nothing else. By the way, that's the other video that's not going quite as viral as yours. I posted a clip from our last podcast of me complaining about long movies, and it's doing pretty well. It's like people are reacting to that one as well. There's a lot of argument about like some people are saying it was fine. I went to the bathroom beforehand, and it's no big deal. I'm like, that's good for you, but I'm not going to sit there. I've got better things to do. So, but that's what we do. We're rage baiting our listeners now, Kenton. That's an issue.
Yeah, we know how it works. Then you're gonna have to start putting clips on YouTube with misleading cards, preview cards that get people going to the wrong. Like so we're
Cutting it off before we
yeah,
get to the end of a sentence.
right. The little preview at the beginning of the YouTube clip where
Yeah.
somebody goes, and that's why I will never cut. And then you got to watch the theme song, and then you got to watch the whole.
Yeah, that's
discussion, and then you got to come up with a headline that makes everybody angry so that they will watch.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not very excited about the Oscars. It's it is what it is. I don't think that it's making quite the impact. Who's hosting, by the way? Is it Conan again?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so so he's going to be the new Billy Crystal, I guess, is what we're going to do. Now they've got a dependable host. They'll keep going back to him, so we'll get him in.
The Oscars are going to be on YouTube starting next year, so
Yeah.
it's yeah. The Oscars are following Conan's career.
Right.
They're going to go whatever medium Conan ends up on, and it's getting smaller all the time, as I like to point out. So too, the Oscars, if it's good enough for Conan, it's good enough for the Oscars.
And it's what's interesting is it's also good enough for CBC, because I'm noticing all CBC content is up on YouTube, including their news stuff, their entertainment stuff, sitcoms, everything is being advertised to me, and they're paying for advertising on YouTube to advertise like Marketplace and stuff like that. I keep seeing that pop up in the ad space, so that's where our tax dollars are going to work. But I do think it's good that they're on YouTube. It proves that YouTube is the medium, right? For those broadcasting companies who are not listening to this podcast, but who are afraid to put their content on YouTube, that's the medium. If you want people to see it, you got to put it on the medium. You can't expect people to come to your website. That's not going to happen anymore.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Daytime, nighttime, anything I say any time of day, and it's fine. There's no doubt about it. I want to shout about it. CBC, each and every day. It looks good, feels good. Up and down the street, everyone I meet says we should go a long, long way. We should always stay in touch each and every day. Got a feeling going for each other, yeah. Every time I watch, I'm in another world. It's CBC, yeah. CBC. Daytime, nighttime. World looks good. CBC's fine. Daytime, nighttime. CBC.
All right, let's finish up with some recommendations, not movies, since we've been talking about movies this whole time. I will start. I've been watching a number of different series. My Apple TV Plus thing is almost done. My month of Apple TV. I will probably watch F1 before it expires, because that is on Apple TV, and I
Right.
don't have to pay for it again. So F1, I'll get that out of the way. But the series actually is not on Apple TV. The series I want to talk about is actually on Prime. It is Fallout Season 2 is on Prime, and it's pretty good. I'm enjoying Fallout. I think it's a fun world. It's funny, it's interesting. It's got some really cool ideas, science fiction wise. And I think they're watching the news, because in this world of Fallout, are you familiar with Fallout, Kenton?
Oh yeah, I watched season 1. I've played the video game as well. Or one of them, or no, 2 of them I played. And I've not watched season 2, anything in season 2.
Well, in this world, of course, it's a post-apocalyptic world in the future, and there's been a number of nuclear wars and stuff, and everything's destroyed, and so people are like trying to survive in this hellhole. And in this world, it's been revealed that there's a character who is Canadian, and they show her. It's kind of like in Breaking Bad or Saul. I can't remember which one had the Manitoba license. Was it Saul that had the Manitoba license?
Yeah, it was.
One of them. So they show the license, show this piece of ID, and the person that says Canada, and it says annexed United States territory. So in the world of Fallout, Canada has been annexed by the US. So they're trying to look at just like, oh.
Like, we need to see that in our entertainment.
I just thought it was funny. I'm like, there's no way. It's hilarious, but it was a funny little thing. And only like Canadians, I think, would get it at this point, because we're the ones being subjected to all this 51st state nonsense. Well, I guess Greenland is now too. By the way, my number one video, other than these ones that we've been talking about on my TikTok feed, is my review of the film Greenland, starring Gerard Butler, which is getting hundreds of thousands of views, having nothing to do with the actual content, just because it chose that as the name. It's the name of the movie.
Right. Yeah, perfect time. Timing is everything, hey?
What's your recommendation for this week?
I'm going through my list, and I could recommend so many different things. It's like it's torturing me to try to find one single thing here, but I am going to go with okay, I'm going to go with I'm honestly, I have so many different things that I could recommend, include like I'm saving The Pit season 2, for instance, because there's only been 2 episodes. It's a little premature to kind of recommend something, but I am enjoying the hell out of it. Among many other things that aren't quite, I haven't quite seen enough of to fully recommend it. So I'm going to go with a British game show, believe it or not. And that British game show is called Would I Lie to You? Do you watch it?
I've seen clips.
Okay.
I know. I almost clicked on it yesterday on YouTube. I saw it pop up and I'm like, and I did win something else. But it looks very funny. And go ahead.
And it's funny. The game show element of it doesn't matter. Whether it's celebrities either lying or telling a real story, and British celebrities. So sometimes you're like, I haven't heard of any of these folks, and then they're so funny. Like I'm gonna check out that guy's stand up. He's so funny. So celebrities lie or tell the truth, and the opposing panel tries to guess which it is. The host of the show is Rob Brydon from the travel films with Steve Coogan. Steve Coogan, who's going to be in White Lotus, the next White Lotus.
Yeah,
apparently.
Italy, the trip to wherever.
Yeah, the trip. Yeah, what I say? Travel. The trip. The travel. Yeah, no, that's. Well, let's copyright that title quick. The travel. Okay, everyone will think it's them. Okay. Yeah, the trip. And so Rob Brydon is hilarious. The panel is hilarious. At least 3 times an episode, I cry with laughter because the jokes are so fast and so funny. The celebrities burn each other in a way that you don't see in North America. You don't see like that kind of level of fun roasting that gets appreciated by including the person getting roasted. So there's, I just think it's very funny. It's a great escape from the news of the day. That's why I chose Would I Lie to You?
That's a great recommendation. And I haven't watched the whole show. I have been watching Taskmaster. You talked about that in the past. I started at the beginning now. We've caught up to the new season, and now we're back to the beginning. By the way, those guys are doing an American tour right now.
Yes.
I think they're shooting episodes. I don't know if they're shooting them or it's just a live show, but they're doing Americans like Taskmaster with American comedians. I think that must be hilarious. And I think you're right about the nastiness. They're probably not getting as nasty. Like something about British sense of humor where you can just feel free to roast somebody to any degree, even if you're not good friends with them. You can just like go ahead and it's all in good fun. Everyone's in on the joke. That sounds like a lot of fun. I'll watch that for sure. The other one I've been watching, the Big Fat Quiz Show.
Yeah.
Which is Jimmy Carr. And I don't know any British stuff. So I don't know the answers to the questions a lot of the time. In the 90s, this pop star, I'm like, I don't know British pop stars from the 90s other than the Spice Girls, right? So yeah, I'm not great at that, but it's a lot of fun. I love British television, and it's a lot. I love that we can now access this through YouTube. Basically, it's like all the BBC, I think, is doing the same thing as our CBC, and that they're just putting it all on YouTube for the world to enjoy, and that's awesome. I think it's great.
I used to have to send away for DVDs from England for stuff like this. So it's just so nice to be able to watch it. And once again, Quebec kind of has its own entertainment business.
Yeah.
The UK kind of has its own entertainment business. And we were, for the most part, left out of those of like other, and of course, like not to mention all of the amazing Nordic noir shows that we now have access to. We could never see that stuff before, and you'd hear all this great stuff and you just go, oh, where are the DVDs? When do the all region DVDs come up for this particular show? And I would send away and order them, and you'd wait and wait and wait. Finally the thing would show up and you'd pay $1,000 in duty or whatever, and you'd be like, but I got the show. And it was exciting. And now you can just, I really appreciate that you can watch it. And a lot of the BBC stuff doesn't have commercials as well, even on YouTube, which is nice. It's
well, you can tell we'll be back up to the break, and you can tell there's no break because BBC had more built in. And it is a cool world in which like these shows that are produced in different countries can find an audience in other parts of the world. Like Heated Rivalry is the big Canadian show right now. I've not seen it's on Crave, but that's a Canadian show. The same people that made Letterkenny and Shoresy, I believe, is the other one. And this is like a really popular show. Everyone's talking about around. I know people in Australia that are talking about Heated Rivalry. so much. And so this is just it's very cool that this can happen. It's like Schitt's Creek. Same thing happened with Schitt's Creek, right? Just found a huge audience worldwide.
Yeah, absolutely. And I got a heated rivalry joke. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Why do people watch heated rivalry?
Why?
Must be the stick handling. Thank you very much.
And on
You can cut that out.
we'll see. We'll see. Maybe that'll be the promo clip. We'll put that up on TikTok. All right. That's going to do it for this episode of the Media Nerds. I'm Dan Bunker.
I'm Kenton Larson. Don't let the door hit you on the ass.